Hello, everyone. What's up? I'm Lady Calamere, and I'm welcoming you to my presentation. Almost said circle presentation. So, welcome to all new viewers, and welcome back to old viewers. I appreciate you all. This will be my 235th presentation, and it will be on the Orisha Aja, and she's also pronounced Aja, but not to be confused with the Orisha Ajay, which one day I will be talking about her. So, Aja, who is she? Well, she's becoming more popular on the West, more in the United States, but she did not make it to the New World during the slave trade, during the transatlantic slave trade, and the slave trade in general. And she did not make it to the shores of the Americas. So she is a rare earth Orisha, and her name literally translates as wild wind. So Aja is, she should not be looked at as she's not powerful. She is powerful. However, she's the one that will reach out to you if you reach out to her. And 9 times out of 10, you really need to reach out to her. But she is coming more popular, especially since the times of the pandemic. So, Aja is, like I said, a rare earth Orisha. She is the Orisha of the forest. And here we go with the cats. So anyways, I don't use a script or notes, and boy, these cats really like to create as much chaos to throw me off. So let's see if I can not be thrown off. So she is the Orisha of the forest and the jungles, and she is the spirit of all the plants there. She is the secret power of botany. She is the power behind the elixirs and the herbs for healing and for the use of good mojo. She is the spirit within of the animals within the forest, and she is the medicine on the wind, like medicine wind. It was an old name I used to go by, Medicine Wind. It's dead to me now. That was back, what, in the 90s? But anyways, she is basically a medicine wind. The lady of the whirlwind. And as you can see, her hair is basically almost like plants. Wild, free-growing plants. And she holds a basket of herbs and stuff. And her name is printed on it. And she's surrounded by herbs. So what I've gathered is that her number is 3 and 7. So she has said that if she takes you, she will teach you for like the journey of being with her for 3 months or 7 days, between 7 days and 3 months. So some people think it's in the land of the Orisha or land of the dead, or maybe deep, deep, deep in the forest, or the deep, deep forest in our mind. But those who do this journey become very powerful healers. Now she is very kind, very humble. She is approachable. So if you're concerned on whether she's approachable or not, she is approachable. But she's not the type of Orisha that's going to stand out and say, hey, everyone, this is how you heal. She's like, if you want to learn, contact me. If you want to know how to do things the way I do things, and you want to learn the spirit of the plants and the herbs and how to make a healing garden or anything like that, contact me. Not me, but her. So, and that's how she is. And her main color is, of course, green. Now, others, I've seen images of her in green and yellow. So, yellow can also be a color of hers, a secondary color. She, I would say, is more of a definitely a cool Orisha, where you have hot Orishas like Ilegwa would consider the hot Orisha. Ogun is a hot Orisha. Chongo is a hot Orisha. The cool Orishas would be Oshun, Yamaya. So she would be more of the cool Orisha. She will teach a man as well as a woman. She don't care. I know some people are like, she don't care. She don't care if you're willing to contact her and you're willing to do the work, she will teach. And I've seen her become more prominent since the COVID. So the place that I got this was actually on Amazon. They have taller pieces, but I got this right when I was like moving, and I said I'd rather have some small pieces right now. But she is very beautiful to behold. She really is. And she will not only help humans, she will help animals. She is the one that will teach you how to heal your garden. How to naturally heal. Now, because maybe if you got a message to take this herb or that herb, please, please, please cross check it. Okay? Because I want to make sure that this is the Orisha talking to you and not something that you just, the thought came into your head or something else, and then you take the herb and then your animal, you die or your animal die. Please, cross check what you get. There's also in the Western occult and ceremonial magic where, and of course other traditions, test the spirits. Don't be gullible. So, I just wanted to throw that out. I just wanted to throw that out to you. I don't want anyone to get mad at me. So, yes, she teaches the secrets. She'll teach you how to make healing potions, how to make healing elixirs, healing incense, how to use this herb for this purpose or that purpose. As far as doing anything negative, I'm sure she definitely knows how, but as she's more of the healing and cleansing and protection, she'll teach you all of that. So Here we go with my cats. Okay, I thought there was a standoff there. Looked like the standoff of the OK Corral between Sir Mew Mew and Joker. So she was known to always be gregarious to people who want to know her knowledge, and she shared it with humans. She is a powerful botanist. She knows all about transferring plants, splicing plants, everything. How to harvest, how to grow, all this. So she does and is used for protecting not just of humans but animals and nature. I know I'm repeating myself, but that's how I learn and that's how I teach, and I don't use scripts, and I don't care to use a script. So, like I said, her main colors are green and yellow, but some people I've seen brown with it, but I would stick with especially the green. At least for me. And I'm sorry, my throat is dry. Jack, please do not scratch me. Now, her height was described, and this was described by, I guess, white people describing her during a time of when they were talking to the people that worshipped her, that she was basically like maybe 1 or 2 feet tall, possibly. But again, she's more popular in West Africa than she is now, but she is making herself known. Or else there wouldn't have been statues. People wouldn't have even bothered making statues of her. She definitely deals with the earth, and she also deals with the wind. There, I might say. And yes, there is a Yoruba word for dog called Aja. But again, when we talk about the Orisha's name, her name means wild wind. And I just wanted to throw that in so that you don't say, hey, by the way. So her symbols are definitely trees, medicinal plants, would include depictions of like whirlwinds, leaves, herbs, sticks, plants that are used for medicine. And she is. If you were to build an altar for her, I would recommend using those imagery. And also, you can like keep things like echinacea around her, golden seal, cat's claw, ginkgo biloba, herbs that are used, anything that is used for healing, especially the well-known herbs and traditional herbs of healing, like willow root and I'm sorry, I'm very thirsty. oregano. And don't be afraid to put to you to for her to teach you about essential oils. It it will it even in modern practices, things change. She can help you use essential oils and mix them and blend them for the purpose of healing, putting them on candles, putting them on people, using it as aromatherapy. Don't be afraid to ask her to teach you how to make incense for your spells. She will help you communicate with the plants. Yes, I said communicate psychically. And I'm not going to say like a tree. I'm going to talk to a tree. Hello, tree. And the tree's going to say, hello, Calamir. How are you doing? Well, I'm doing fine. Because maybe then I need to have some medication. But, yeah, there is way to communicate with nature. There is ways to really psychically communicate. And you can literally, in your visualization, journey to a forest. And it could be a real location or just imagining yourself deep within a jungle or a forest and communicate even in your visualization. Like we do visualization, and I know in my practice I do guided meditations with my deities, and I do sometimes pre-recorded things where I am guided into a certain place and where I talk to my deities. You can feel free to do something like that with Aja. There are modern things now. Things change, and some people are very traditionalists to say no, it should be done with this, and I totally respect both. Okay, and what works, If it works, and if it's respectful, then it's respectful. Other than that, if you live near a forest, or you can go near a forest, maybe you can go down to a swamp. Swamps are good. Jungles, be careful in jungles, and wood in the forest. Wherever, it doesn't matter if you're in Norway, Africa, America, Cuba. If you can get somewhere where it's secluded, or even near just a patch of trees, feel free to talk to Aja. She likes being in the forest. She likes to be in the wilderness. She does come out of the wilderness, but she likes to be in the wilderness. The thicker the better. The further. She's just that way. She is very wise, and she is powerful. All because she's not part of the 7 African powers or the traditionally known Orishas in your books. Doesn't make her less powerful. She's more of that secluded. She will help guide you on what to take. Maybe she'll help you with a cold or flu, whatever. But I've noticed she has become more popular since the COVID. She comes to people as a humble manner, very peaceful. She's very kind, I would have to say. Aja will protect the forest and the animals, and she asks us to do the same, to support the life of the ecosystem. We can do things to honor her, like protect the Amazon rainforest, to protect nature, clean up nature. We can do that as an honor to her. We can do that as an offering to her. When you go for your nature hike, you see a can of soda, pick it up. You can bring a trash bag with you, a little bag. It doesn't have to be a trash bag. It could be a shopping bag. When you go by nature, you just pick up, be careful, of course, from picking up crap. You don't want to get touched like yucky needles or anything like that, or drugs or anything. You don't want to be caught with like a vial of crack if you see someone through crack in the forest. You know, just be careful. But cleaning up things, donating time or money to groups and charities that help protect Mother Nature. She is, and we'll be grateful for that. That's actually a good offering for her. That really is, in these times where we humans are just fucking everything up. Because we're fucking stupid. We got one planet so far to live on as human beings. And we are fucking things up. So, when we respect nature, we respect her. She also has communication with nature spirits. Whether you want to call them fae or fairies, they're called different things, and there's different energies and spirits out there. But she's definitely in the communication of it. So, she is an Orisha of the Yoruba religion. And like I said, she, unlike Oshun or Yemiya and Shango, she did not really make the passage. So she's got a free spirit about her, as you can even see it in here. She's able to travel around freely. She is able to, how can I say, she's very beautiful. Her power is beautiful. She is very lovely. She will teach you how to use the trees to ground out your energy. She will teach you how to go up to a tree and literally connect to it. She will literally teach you how to stand on the grass and literally be one with nature, how to connect totally with the trees, with the forest. Even if you are in a building, she will teach you how to open up your mind. How to be one with the wilderness. She is also called Aja, the wild wind, because one of the things that you do to communicate with her is listen to the wind. Listen to the way the wind blows through the trees. What I'm giving you right now, you're not going to get in any book. Listen to the rustling of the leaves. Close your eyes right now and pretend. Remember when we were children and we pretended to be, I don't know, king, a queen, Godzilla. Well, pretend, even if you have problems with visualization, just pretend you're out in the forest. Or maybe you're flying above. Or floating. However you feel. Maybe you're on a bike. Maybe you're just sitting on, you're sitting on your imaginary deck. And you're in the middle of nature. You feel the wind on you. and it's blowing through your ears. I just feel that you are out in nature, in the trees, and you visualize yourself connecting with it, with all the sounds, with all the rustling, with all the rustling of the leaves and the animals. And you could just communicate. Like, tell it your day. Maybe you might get an answer. You just say, I have an issue with a headache. And let her tell you what you need to do. And of course, cross reference it. But if you know it's safe, then it's safe. Like chamomile and lavender. Great for a headache. That's what she came to me. And I know this, but it just felt like I was just saying headache. When sometimes you're feeling depressed, she may just say, visualize the sunflower. So I don't know if she was meaning sunflower seeds. It's something to look into it and research it. Like, what did she mean? Did she mean, like, should I visualize sunflowers because it makes me happy? Or the sunflowers faces the sun, and maybe get out more. Maybe you need to get out more and enjoy more nature, whatever. And of course, if you need to take medication, please take it. If you need to see a therapy, please go for it. But feel free to get what you get from the visualization I was telling you to. There's other ways to connect yourself with a tree, of putting your hands on it or sitting your back to it, or just visualizing a cord coming out from your solar plexus into the tree and communicating. Of course, give an offering to the tree. Say hello and give an offering after you're done. I like to give offering. If I'm in physical nature, I like to give offering. I like to give an offering to my deities, even if it's just a cup of water or some incense, some herbs, some food. And remember to always disconnect. That's very important. If you connect, also disconnect. Bring yourself back. And if you have to, ground. So how would I say she's like, you ever see the character Poison Ivy on DC? Well, imagine if Poison Ivy was good. And instead of being a villain or trying to kill people, imagine if she was trying to help people all the time, and not only that, help animals. Then I would say that would be a good depiction of her. That's the best way I could tell you. Imagine if Poison Ivy on DC went on medication and she's good now, and she got some good therapists. Yeah, that's how she would be. I know I got y'all laughing. Hi, BB. Here comes Jamboree Jack. And yes, I let my cats here. I know some people find it distracting, but hey, they're my babies. So, how long have I been talking? My gosh, 29 minutes. I kind of was like connecting to nature, and I'm at home, but feel free to even if you have a garden, sit with your garden. I mean, if you live in the city, if you have a few plants, sit with the plants. You can communicate with her. So, other things about her. She was also known as, among the Edo tribe, she was, uh, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Aziza. Eziza. She was known by. As she also she can help you. She can help you empower your herbs, to add power to your herbs, your tea bag, whatever, to help you. Offerings to her. I don't know any traditional offerings, but I will throw my 2 cents into her. I like giving sweets to my deities. I do. But also things with her. I would give her, if I gave her honey, I would give her manuka honey because that's used for healing. I would literally give her manuka honey if I was to give her honey. I wouldn't, I, I would also give her, since she is green, and dealing with healing, I don't think it would be bad to give her cough drops, especially the sweet stuff, or the honey cough drops. I would give her, I would also give her things like health food bars. I kid you not. The stuff that's more healthier for you, the more of the less processed. I'm trying to think of a good I think it's Cliff Bar. There's also like a Lumi bar, I believe, or Luna bar, where it's very little ingredients. I mean, you don't have to break the bank and buy like a $8 bar. I mean, you can get something from Aldi or go to Whole Foods and get something like that, or Sprouts or Trader Joe's. You can get her those types of things. You can give her that. I think she would appreciate it. Since she is a goddess of healing, I would feel funny about giving her so-called healthy stuff that is actually not healthy, like filled with preservatives. And I know some of the chocolates I have, have it, but sometimes you just have to make do with what you have. I wouldn't have any problems giving her green fruits. I don't think there would be a problem there, like star fruits or green apples or green grapes, or even mixing yellow and green grapes. Again, ask her, communicate with her. Basil, holy basil. That just popped in my head. Basil, because that's also used for healing. Holy basil, too, which is a little bit different. Bay leaves, burning a bay leaf. And I thought about bay leaves. is also a wonderful thing, because you can write things that you want on that bay leaf, like healing or heal, John Doe born 3/3 2003 or whatever, and empower it and send that message to Aja and let her enjoy the incense of it. Now that marijuana is becoming legal, it's at least THCA. You can use that, but I really, really, really don't want to talk too much about it, because I don't want the almighty gods of YouTube, their algorithms, to cut me off from saying it. But if it's legal where you're at, then especially if it's used for medicinal uses, I don't think there's a problem. Or CBD candies. CBD is legal here. You can go, a lot of stores sell it. You can get CBD teas, you get CBD gummies, and give it to her. I hope I'm not losing you. Especially if you get yellow and green CBDs and give her that. But it's used for healing. It's used for pain relief. So it's not just healing of sickness, it's also healing for pain relief. When I say healing, it's not just, I have a sore throat. We're talking about healing broken bones, or to heal the pain and suffering. So if you have fibromyalgia and you need some relief, she can, doing stuff like that. Healing of migraines, healing, helping with your cholesterol, helping. Again, please use modern medicine. I'm not going to tell you to, hey, stop taking your pills and, listen to the Orisha. No. No. So algae, the algae drinks and those green juices, definitely hers. So you can get those green health juices and offer it to her. Green vegetable juices. Wheatgrass. It's said to help with the immune system and stuff. So wheatgrass. So let's get a close-up of her again. Out to 37 minutes. I feel like I've only been talking about 10 minutes. Sometimes I channel when I talk. I think some of you have noticed that. When she reveals herself to you, she doesn't do to scare you, harm you, or harass you in any way. That's not her way. If you got a spiritual problem, she will probably tell you how to heal it. Because sometimes healing is not just of the body, but also of the home, healing of the home. So if your home has any spiritual hurts with it, that's causing you pain and misery, she can help you. She can help you put together a good incense for smudging. Maybe the sage is not, maybe it works great for you, but if it's not, maybe she will tell you, hey, do a Bistort wash in your home to make a certain floor wash. Or she will tell you to use I'm just throwing off this herbs and stuff, but she may tell you to use a actual natural detergent to help clean, like what was it called? Boric acid, thank you. I was thinking to my I think I'm in communication with her right now. I really feel, I was, and I feel like I'm back in with her. Boric acid, mixing it with water and getting a Florida water, even making your own Florida water to use it to banish bad juju. Because sometimes these spiritual things can really constantly make you sick. And when I say healing a home, sometimes I'm going to tell you, when you're out of your home, you feel better, but when you come home, all of a sudden you feel lethargic, you have headaches, you can't breathe right, you're coming down with things that the doctors can't find. But when you're out of your home, you're fine. Something's wrong. And it's making you sick. So she's going to help you with, if it could be healed, to heal that home so that you get healed. We can't just treat the symptoms. Sometimes we have to not just treat the symptoms, but also treat the problems that's causing the symptoms. Another thing that you can actually make for her is a nice salad. Seriously, romaine, get romaine and lettuce together. And again, this is not traditional. But a salad is generally healthy, right? Cucumbers, and think of like adding some yellow to it for a splash of color, like maybe some yellow peppers, which is good for you. You got yellow bell peppers. Again, so sometimes we have to do with what we have. That's what I'm not going to bring that. When people were brought as slaves to the New World, they were introduced to herbs they didn't know, but they had to learn. They learned about it and they used it. So, what else do I want to talk about her before I end this? Because I don't want to get too much on topic, and I want to stay on topic of who she is and what she is. She is a goddess of, well, I should say Orisha. Some people don't like their Orishas being called goddess. I understand that, and I'm very sorry if I have offended anyone, but some people do call their Orisha gods and goddesses, or little gods and goddesses, and that Olodumare is the great god. But again, getting off topic. Nature has a lot to teach us. And if you into healing magic, I'm going to suggest definitely Scott Cunningham to you on his books on herbs and incenses and stuff. And there are other good books out there too. But make sure you get, definitely he has good books on that. Catherine Yaronwood has a good book on herbal remedies and using it for magic. But again, she's not going to teach you how to curse people, or that I know of. She is more of protecting yourself, protecting your home, healing. So Aja is not considered from what I understand, you can't receive her, that I know of, that you can't receive her as asiento, mean making the saint. It's where you become crowned with your Orisha. But she does, she is a minor Orisha. She is a rare Earth Orisha, but she does support the head Orishas or the Orishas. And she does get her due respect. So, what else can I talk about her? She will another thing that she'll also help you with is, say, if you're having some minor sleep problems, hey Aja, I need some help. Something, she might direct you to a healer. She may direct you even in your dreams. Okay, this is the herb you look. Okay, then look it up and say, oh yeah, this will work. You know, maybe drinking some chamomile tea or lavender chamomile tea before an hour, a half hour going to bed might help me. Or if you're going to the grocery store and all of a sudden, like almost like a shine or a light goes over this one part of the grocery store, and you go there and you're like, hey, this is the tea to help me sleep. Or like you could be walking through the aisle and like something will fall down and you'll pick it up and it's like, oh, I have a cold and this is a remedy that's like golden seal and echinacea. This might help me. But again, before using herbs, make sure it doesn't go against your medication, or it it's not going to affect you, because sometimes these natural herbs can really affect some medications and can affect some problems, like people have high cholesterol, or they shouldn't take this, or they have heart issues, they should not take so much of this and maybe just a little bit. So again, do your research. Oh, so I really don't know what day belongs to her. Like, you know how Ilegua is Monday and Yamaya is Saturday. So as far as metals, not sure. As far as stones, I would associate, and I would just looking at it, malachite. But again, work with tumbled pieces. The raw pieces are no joke. Trust me. But I would also look at what's that stone? Tree agate that you can put on her altar. There is also like a green jasper. That would be good. I'm not sure of And I would be lying if I said, well, I know who her parents are and a whole bunch of stories. I'm not going to make shit up. Okay? I'm not going to sit there and act like I know everything. I don't. I really don't. I do know that also putting offerings to her in nature just makes sure that it's, biodegradable stuff and that it's not gonna cause harm. So again, when working with her, just be respectful. She will be a good guide for people. And we also need to give back to her and to nature. We need to protect our earth. We need to protect the animals. We need to protect the ecosystem. So, protecting, seriously, I know it seems like I'm getting off the subject, but I'm not. Protecting bees is very important. And that will fall into Aja because bees pollinate things. Pollinate plants and, you know, help all life. There's a meme that says if humans were dead, all the animals would celebrate. But if bees are dead, we're pretty much fucked. I mean, there are flies that pollinate and stuff and other things, but bees are very important. I'm getting off the subject, but anyways, I've been talking for 52 minutes. I feel like I haven't really talked at all. I feel like I went through a time warp. That happens sometimes when I channel. I was like, what? I was channeling for that long? But this is the only image I could find of her. You can get the big one or the small one. And I think she's glowing a lot more since I was kind of communicating. I noticed that sometimes about my statues or murtis that when I'm communicating with them, they start glowing more. Maybe I'm just seeing something psychically. I don't know what you see. But she is a great teacher. She says to make very powerful babalaos, especially with their healing. And that she will teach you about anything you want to know. She can help you. Just, open yourself up to her. Be respectful. All because she's nice doesn't give you a right to be disrespectful to her. I hate that when people say, oh, well, she's this deity is nice. She's going to put up with your crap or he's going to put up with crap. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be an a-hole. You know what I mean? So anyways, I do hope you got something out of this presentation. I really hope I did a good job. I really hope I did this Orisha justice. I really hope that you did enjoy it. This Orisha is wealthy in knowledge when it comes to herbs. And I know Hossein. I know who he is. I know he owns the herbs and stuff. I have an image, a beautiful statue of Hossein. One day I'll talk about it. But again, like I said, I hate pigeonholing our, the deities of saying, well, this is a deity this is a deity that, this is a deity that, and wrapping everything else in a neat package, because it doesn't work that way in the real world. You know, it is true a person can be a psychiatrist and an excellent gardener. So it's just like it, and know how to fix cars. So all because Dr. John is a psychiatrist doesn't mean Dr. John doesn't know how to fix a car. So it's sort of like that. So they multitask, okay? Anyways, I'm going to get off that subject, but thank you so much. And if you are interested in natural healing, or you want to be a herbalist, check Aja out. Communicate with her, because she can help you. If she can help you earn your degree in it, and you know, even open up your own practice one day, or learn how to heal and just be that natural healer. Now, I'm not going to say, well, because you contact Aja, doesn't mean you're going to open up your own place and say, hey, you know, new. But, again, I digress. I do want to thank you so much for watching this. I hope I did her justice. I know I have a bit of a potty mouth. That's just me being real. And I want to thank you so very much for watching this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. Share my videos with your friends and family. Please keep Jamboree Jack in your thoughts and prayers. Light some candles for him. Send some spells his way. He is at the beginning stages of pulmonary disease, and he does have asthma. Also, if you want to pay me, that's great. Pay me by doing spells my way. Do spells of money, do spells of good luck, do spells of peace, do spells of happiness, because, you know, I'm open to that. And, you know, I know good things are more on the way for me, and I'm a person that shares my good luck with people and animals and nature. You know, if I had my way, I would have a mansion and fill it with cats and and help you know, some charities, and you know, do good things like that. But anyways, send that good energy to me. I am not asking you for a dime. I'm not opening. I don't have a Patreon account, so that's a way to pay me. And another way to pay me is to please send that money that you would have sent me to places like maybe the Arbor Day Foundation, Humane Society, Greenpeace, anything that's going to be helping animals. Send it to St. Jude's Hospital, Shriners Hospital, Make-A-Wish, something like that. Or donate your energy. Donate your time to these places. Or if you're at a beach and you see some junk, pick it up. If you see, you know, just be careful. You know, always be careful. If you go to a walk in the park, you could think of Aja and then clean up. I mean, hell, if you're in Central Park, that's a great place to communicate with Aja. Even if Park in the City Central Park is a great place. Just please be careful and be aware, because people can be really shitty and do horrible things. But you know, you can be in what is it, Casino Park, Alley Pond Park, I believe it was called, if I remember it correctly. Or you could be in Central Park. You can even go to a botanical garden and communicate, just in your mind, communicate with her. But you know what? Also, be good to yourself. Be good to your others. Stay true to yourself. Remember, you are special. There is only one of you. Okay? Be good to yourself and know that you do matter. And as always, blessed be.